All right, good day. Welcome to another edition of What's Up. Today, we're going to be making a tribute to Kevin Samuel's wisdom, and he has a lot of wisdom. We're going to go over some of his main wisdom points. So sit back and relax as we go over at least 20 of Kevin Samuel's main wisdom points. We'll start with number one. Number one, high value men are rare, especially black ones. A man becomes high value through money, status, discipline, network, and consistency over the years. So, in my other show, I told you that you need to be making at least $10,000 or more a year to be a high valued man. A high valued man, a black high valued man, is extremely rare. So, this means that if we were to look at how many high valued men are black, we would see that there's only about 3 to 4% of black men are considered high value. These are the people that are extremely rich, basketball players, rappers, movie stars, this kind of stuff, people who own businesses, stocks and bonds, some doctors. But that group consists of about 3 or 4% of the total population of all the black men here in the United States. So you black women going out and saying that you need to have a high value man, you need to look at those statistics and make another decision here, or make a better decision, because it's probably going to be highly unlikely that you ever land a high valued man. Point number two, fitness and appearance matters. Both men and women are judged on looks, but women especially are advised to maintain health, weight, and feminine appearance. Now, you know, a man, he can have that dad bod and he can look a little pudgy and he can still attract women. Even when he gets older, usually men get more attractive the older they get. But a woman, on the other hand, has a time clock going. Kevin used to talk about your time, right? He says you're on the clock. Once you get past 30 years old, your clock has stopped. Okay, your bargaining power has been severely reduced. So, and that means having kids too. So, women, you're on a time clock. Men, you're not on a time clock, but you're on a financial clock. So, uh, we need to pay attention to that. And the way to look good is to be physically fit. That means join the gym, do some daily exercises. You have to go out there and kill yourself, but you need to go out, get yourself toned, get a little muscle tone, and have a healthy appearance about yourself. Check your weight. You women, once you get over 140 pounds, that's not a that's not a good fit for you. And your dress size should be between 4 and 6. So if it's below that or way above 6, you know, you're going to have to work on that. Number three, men value youth and beauty. Men are biologically drawn to younger, attractive women because of the fertility cues. So it doesn't matter how fine you are, girlfriend or wife. If your man is walking along the sidewalk and he sees a cute young thing, you better be sure he's looking at her, right? Either he's looking out of the corner of his eye, he's looking at you, and he's looking at that cute little young thing walking by, and he's measuring to see where you're looking at so that you don't hit him upside the head, right? So men take their visual cues by looking at stuff. We're sight-driven creatures. And so that's the way we're wired. We look at stuff and make decisions on based on look. Okay, women basically make their decisions on how they feel, right? Number four, women value resources and security. Women are naturally drawn to men who can provide protection, stability, and financial leadership. So when a woman's looking for a high valued man, she's looking to see, does he have a nice house, nice car? Has he been working at his job a long time? Is this job going to last? Is the financial end going to carry the load so that she can live the life that she's accustomed to or would like to be accustomed to? So women want to feel safe around you. So you need to be the type of man that if she's in a dangerous situation, she can look up for you for protection, not the other way around. Number five, modern women overvalue themselves. Many women demand high value men while ignoring their own realistic marketplace values. We got a lot of women that are big and fat, right? We got a lot of ugly women, homely looking women, average looking women. They're on the scale between one and five, one and five. And they think that the type of man that they should have should be a nine or a 10, right? That's what they say. Kevin always tells you to rate yourself. He says rate yourself between 1 and 10 and don't use number seven. And I've looked at a lot of his shows, and a lot of you women getting on his shows rate yourself as an 8, 9, or 10. And after a little conversation with Kevin, you realize that you're actually a 5 or a 6. So you need to stop looking in the mirror and go, mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all? Oh, it's me. I'm a 9 or a 10. No, that's not true. All right. So stop overvaluing yourself and pick some of the average guys. The average guys, like a blue collar worker or something like that, they work hard. Plumbers, electricians, people that work in construction, you know, men that have their own business starting up, those are great finds. They might not be high value, but they may be high value further on in the life cycle. So you need to set your eyes, sight, and your expectations and levels just a little bit lower. All right. So now we go on to number 6, sexual marketplace dynamics. Relationships are transactional and people trade attractiveness, resources, status, or youth. So don't always think that your sex is going to sell, right? You, because you have a vagina between your legs, don't mean that that's the key for you to take and just dominate any man you want. Right? Not every man is after what's between your legs. They're not after what's in your brain either. They're looking for a partner that they can cooperate with. They can be a team, you know, somebody that's loving and caring, somebody that values themselves. Okay, not a gold bricker. That we got a lot of gold bricks sitting out there because you're pretty and you can have great sex. You think that you can get any man in the world. That's not true. Remember, your time clock is going. You got up to the age of 30, and then it's all downhill. Number 7, submission is power. A feminine, cooperative, and supportive woman is more likely to get and keep a high valued man. Okay, that's one thing that a black woman fails to do. She fails to be submissive to the man. See, I need to have my girlfriend or girlfriends come up and give me a can of Red Bull. But since they're not here, I'm going to stop for a minute and go ahead and drink me some Red Bull. So, I'm submissive to this can of Red Bull. And it sure tastes good too. Red Bull gives you wings. All right. So if a black woman could be submissive, probably throw on a dress and don't talk so much and do what your beau or what your man asked for you to do within reason, you would have a very wonderful marriage. You would have a very good relationship. But for some reason, black women think that they're the man and the woman. They think that they're independent, and a lot of them sit there. I don't need no man. No man's good enough for me. I take care of myself. I'll take my kids and I'll raise my kids myself. Okay? A lot of them, very independent. Talk bad about a man 24/7. It's all you hear is them bad mouthing black men. You know what he did to me today? He had me do this and had me go shop. He told me to clean the house and make him some dinner. What kind of nigga is that? Okay, you know, can't have that. Gotta be submissive. Number 8, men want peace and not competition. Men seek women who bring calmness and not stress on a confrontation. Okay, when your man comes home from work, he expects, you to be calm, loving, and for you to have active listening. Active listening means that you listen to what he says and then you repeat what he says, right? And you're loving about it. You're not sitting there nagging him to death, demanding him to do this, that, and the other, and putting more stress on him than he does at work. Some of you women are so bad with your husband don't even want to come home. He'd rather do overtime and stay at work than to come home and listen to your mouth running, right? Even in his dreams, he's dreaming and you're nagging him while he's in his dream, right? He wakes up and he sees you, and that's a nightmare. He goes to sleep and he sees you, and that's another nightmare. And then the guy turns up and he leaves. So you need to take and stop being so aggressive towards your man. He's not your competitor. He's your mate. He's your teammate. Number 9, average at best. A viral principle where Kevin told women to honestly assess their looks and stop expecting top tier men if they are average. If you are average, go ask somebody. Go ask a man. Don't go ask a woman how you rate it. Go ask a man. Or go ask, don't ask your parents because they're overinflated. But ask a man, one of your friends or whatever. Okay? Ask him, right? What do you think I am from 1 to 10? Right? And they'll say, well, I think you're like about a 5 or 6. Okay, if I was to rate myself, I rate myself as a 6, right? I'm a 6, but I'm a high valued man, so that might put some more points on it. Even though I'm a high valued man, I know I'm not a 7, 8, 9, or 10. So I'll put myself as a 6, right? How would you rate yourself? Go ahead and put your rating down, and then go ahead and show it to other people and have them write the rating that they think you are, right? Go ahead and do that. And then what you do is you add them all up, add all the numbers up, and divide how many you have. So if there's 5 numbers down there, you add the 5 numbers up and you divide by 5, and that'll give you an average count, right? That's called the average, and that'll let you know where you're at. If it's something 0.5 or higher, then go to the higher number. If it's below 0.5, if it's 0.5 or below, then go below. All right. So, average at best. Number 10, respect over love. Respect over love. Men value respect first in relationships. Love grows from respect. Okay? So respect over love. Right? They're not going to love you. Man's not going to love you if you don't respect him. You badmouth him in public, you badmouth him in front of his mom and dad, or in front of his kids, even though you're married, he's not going to love you. The more you respect of your man, the more he's going to love you and do things for you. Remember that. All right. Marriage is a legacy, not romance. For men, marriage is more about family, name, legacy, and structure, not emotional fairy tales. A lot of you people live your life like a fairy tale. You think you're Cinderella or something, right? You think that you went to the ball and you left the shoe, and then this high value 10 man, 10 value, high value man is going to come around and try to put that slipper on all the young ladies' feet. And of course, you know that shoe belongs to you, right? You put your slipper in, and then you become the queen or the princess, and you live happily ever after. No, life is not like that. Life is not like that. The minute that you put that marriage ring on, you're at the very bottom of the hole. Okay? The only way you can go from that day on is up. So it depends on you. Right? What are you going to do after you say your vows and they throw the rice and you get in there and you do the honeymoon thing? Okay, which way are you going to go? Are you going to go up, or are you going to dig the hole even deeper? All right? It's all going to depend on you. Okay, so once the romance is over with, right, then you're going to have to live with this guy. You're going to have to live with his smells, his snoring, his poop in his underwear, him picking boogers, him eating with his mouth open, him keeping the toilet seat up, him peeing on the toilet seat, right? Him spitting all over the place, not doing his fingernails, got black all up under his fingernails, not brushing his teeth in the morning and wanting to kiss you, or you hug him and then now you smell some perfume that's not yours. You come from another woman. You find some condoms in his wallet or his purse. You check his cell phone and he's got a whole bunch of phone numbers in there that you don't know nothing about, and you call it and it's some young woman talking about, hey honey, I haven't seen you in a long time. Okay, you're gonna have to deal with all that. Romance is over with. What you gonna do? What you gonna do when it comes for you? All right. So marriage is a legacy, not a romance. Number 12, time is against women. I spoke about this before. Women are encouraged not to waste years in casual dating. Fertility and attractiveness declines with your age. Okay? The older you get, okay, the worse off things is going to be for you. Okay? You guys got to go through menopause. I don't know why they call it menopause, right? It should be womanopause. But you're going to go through menopause, right? You're going to be pausing away from the men. That's what's going to happen. And your body's going to go through heck. You're going to slow down. You're going to get set in your way. You're going to turn into a diva or a bitch, right? You're going to be hard to live with. You're going to have baggage. People want you. And that's when you put all the accessories on you, all the wig and the weave, and try to make yourself look like you 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. You're going to try to act like you're young, but the clock done got you. Okay, even if you have a baby, the baby might come out a little distorted, okay? Older women have problems, having babies. So the time is running out. Time is against the woman. Time is not against the man. Man could be 80, 90. Look at Hugh Hefner. I think he was 80, 90 years old, and he's still going around in his Playboy mansion. Hugh Hefner, same way. He in a wheelchair, can barely move, and he has a hustler mansion, right? people that are old. Look at this Jeff Epstein guy here. Look how old he was, and look at the trouble he's got himself into. Look at some of these presidents. They look how old they are, and look at the trouble that they got themselves into. Some of these old movie stars, right? You know who they are. They are all fooling with young women, getting in trouble. See, a woman couldn't do that. You don't see too many old women, being charged with all kind of sexual deviancy. All right, so time is against you, women. Okay, men must build themselves. Unlike women, men are not born with value. They must create it through career, fitness, and social proof. So for you as a woman, all you have to do is be born a woman, and everything comes to you on a silver platter. A man, on the other hand, has to get out there and work. He has to make his paper, build his paper. He's got to take and go buy the house. He got to go buy the car, maintain the car. He got to support you and the family. He got to have to provide security for you and the family. He's got to make sure everything is going on, paying all the bills. So man's got to constantly work. He's the one that usually gets up, gets the lunch bucket, and gets kicked out the door to get out there and get some money so that you can live the life that you would like to live and then raise your kids the way that you want to. So everything falls on the man. He has to constantly be building himself higher and higher. So if you're with a man and he's just starting to build himself, you need to support him. Right? He may eventually become a high valued man. But if you don't take and support him, he might just give up. So you need to have positive energy around your man. Don't have a lot of negative energy or be a negative energy vampire to where when you're around him, you suck all his energy out. Don't do that. And be positive. Pat him on the head. Give him encouragement. Even if you know that he's going the wrong way, still give him encouragement. All right? Confidence. Number 14. Confidence with competence. True masculine confidence comes from proven ability, not just words. So if your man likes to sit there and brag about himself, he's a narcissist, right? And he's talking about he gonna do that and he gonna do this and he gonna do that. All you need to do, honey, is just lay on the bed and let's have a little sex. And I'm gonna get you a nice car, and I'm gonna have you get you this. And hey, baby, I need about $1,000. Can you just let me have your paycheck? And I promise you, we're gonna have a big house, a nice car, and everything is this. And honey, everything that I'm doing is for you, right? I robbed this bank and killed all the people because I did it for you. I wanted the money for you. I'm selling all these drugs and running from the police, right? And the ATF and everything because I'm making all this, stacking all this paper because it's for you. No, no, mm-mm. You need to be competent. If the guy's gonna do something, you need to make sure he's doing it. All right? Don't sit there with a blind eye, or when the FBI busts the door down, right? And goes, "Where's your husband at?" And you don't know, but you living in a mansion. Well, what's your husband do? I don't know. I really don't know. I think he's just a salesman someplace. He does stocks. Okay, and you living in a mansion. I got 4 Porsches in the garage, right? So you should be suspecting something going up. All right, feminine energy wins, right? Feminine energy wins. Women who embrace softness, kindness, and nurturing attract masculine men more than those who lead with aggression. So I've been around some black women. I dated some black women, and they would storm me around like I was some kind of wrestler in a tag team in a WWEF uh, tag team match. I had 2 of them. They was slamming me all over the place. I was bruised, cut, all kind of stuff. Then I went out with the Asian girl, right? I think she was Japanese. She had me sitting on the floor, and she was serving me tea and did a little back massage, and then she took off her shoes with her little feet and she was walking. She did a walking, she goes, "Give me you walkie, and she walked up and down my back, and she did my nails and everything. And that happened with the Asian, with the Japanese, with the Chinese, with Filipino, with Indian. Sometimes it happened with a Latina girlfriend. White girlfriend. I had a couple of white girlfriends, Becky and Deborah. Boy, they just treated me so nice and was so supportive. Then with the black woman, she just beating me up and calling me nigger and all this, and wouldn't go out and wouldn't go swimming. I have a yacht. She wouldn't go out on the boat. She had an airplane. She don't want to fly. She don't want to do nothing. She just wants to sit up there and eat bonbons and watch my big color TV and sit in my car, with the convertible uh, hatch up because she don't want it down because it might mess up her hair. Her wig will fly off, right? So no, 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 no. All right, let's go to the next one. Okay, sex is abundant for men. Commitment is scarce. High valued men have access to sex, but they rarely give commitment unless a woman adds real value. So I see a lot of women, and a lot of women want to go out with me, but I don't go out with very many women. Okay? Because the women that I want to be with me need to add some more value to what I'm doing. And it doesn't have to be money. It can be caring, loving, you know, uh, camaraderie, companionship, this type of stuff. It's lonely being at the top. And it would be nice to be able to talk to somebody that will talk to you with the same, interest. So that's why I look for a young lady who has similar uh, interests as me. Okay. So high valued men are going to be looking for uh, a mate that compliments him and does not distract him. He's not going to go date no bimbo, and then he goes into his high value crowd, and people be saying, "Hey, look, is that a call girl he's with? Right? Is that a bimbo he's with?" And the minute you open up your mouth, right? Hey, motherfuckers. Okay, that's it. See, you done took stripes off of him, and he's not going to go for that. All right. Don't negotiate desire. You can't argue someone into being attracted to you. Attraction is natural and not logical. So don't go up to the man and go, "Hey, you see how fine I am? Look at my tits. Okay, look at my face. I'm a number 10. Okay, all the men are after me. So I can't understand why you don't want me." Okay? Don't go up there forcing yourself on people, throwing your legs all up, spreading your legs so he can see your panties and all this kind. Don't do that. Okay? You women got all kind of little tricks. Okay, you sit there in your little girl group. Okay, what's a girl group? There's always one ugly girl that has three or four beautiful girls around. Okay, the ugly girl's the one that never get anything, right? And she's the one that's going to be sitting there baiting you to tell you to go over there and talk to that guy over there, and then the other three will sit there and just watch. It's like you're putting on a show or something, and we know what you're doing. And the ugly girl in the girl group, she knows what she's doing, right? So stop it. Stop that business. You and your little girl group sitting there doing your little conniving and stuff. We know exactly what you are doing. Okay? So don't negotiate desire. Number 18, modern feminism hurts dating. Samuel often said that feminism made women believe they don't need men, which ruins family structures. Okay, there are so many men, so many women out there that just claim that they don't need a man. I have not seen, and I've been around for almost 70 years, I have not seen a black man and a black woman holding hands walking any place. I have not seen it yet. I have not seen it. I go to the beach a lot. I see white people holding hands, Japanese, Chinese, everybody. Everybody's holding hands, but when there's a black man and a black woman, they're not holding hands. What are they holding? They holding their doggone cell phone. They got the head down in the cell phone and thumbing. And if you don't believe it, go to the beach and look how many people are looking up. Nobody. Nobody's looking up. Everybody on the beach has a doggone head down, thumbing on their cell phone. Even the man and the woman who's together, they're thumbing one another. They won't even look up and say, "Hey, how you doing?" No, they're gonna take and send a message on their phone to their mate that's sitting only 1 foot away, right? So what are we gonna do about that? What are we gonna do about that when we got everybody sitting around thumbing on the doggone phone? And the woman, if she's not working, she's sitting there looking at her soap operas at home as the world turns and all that kind of stuff. And all it is, all those um, soap operas, all they talk about is how the man is all messed up and how we need to do this. Sometimes they get the guy gets himself killed. Okay, as the world. I would remember when I was a little kid, and I watched as because my mom used to watch it, and I used to sit there and watch what was going on in the household, and then 30 years later, I turn as the world turns, and you know what? It's pretty close to what I saw 30 years ago. Ain't nothing changed. Same old people, they just older, still bickering and fighting and calling everybody an asshole and all this bullshit. There's no love at all. Okay, so your wife is sitting there looking at all this bullshit and all this hatred, and then here you come in the door. So she's going to extend her soap operas, her soaps onto you. She's going to think that you're Kirk or Bob or whatever, whoever's on there, and she's going to treat you exactly what she's been sitting there with her big fat ass up on the couch watching for 5 and 6 hours while you slaving at work. She gonna think that you Kirk or Bob that took and did this to the neighbor. So she gonna project what she's seen on her soap opera onto you, and that's not gonna be too good. All right. High standards require high investments. If you want a high value partner, you must also bring high value yourself. So before you start going out talking about you need a high value man, are you a high value woman? Okay, are you still working at McDonald's? Huh? Or Pizza Hut? Right? Is that you? Are you the greeter at Walmart? And you talking about you need a high valued man to live over here in Beverly Hills? Right? Is that what you're telling me? Or you need to buy a $3 million house over in San Jose? Are you telling me is that what's going on here? Right? You ain't got two nickels to rub together, but you demand to have a high valued man who's living in a mansion, right? That's making 400, $500,000 a year. You demand for him to bow down and kiss your feet. Is that what you're saying? That you need to wake up and smell the coffee, folks. Last one is the reality is greater than feelings. Okay, so I could shorten that up and say logic is greater than feelings. Man is logical, and man looks at reality. Woman looks at her feelings. A man will analyze something and come up with a solution. He don't care what how the thing is feeling. He gets it fixed in the way they go. Like if a car is broke, the man will go out and get his tools, find out what's going on, fix it, fix the spark plug, the carburetor, drain the oil, get it going, turn the key, boom, and off we go, right? Woman, when the car breaks down, oh, now she's hurt because now she won't be able to get her hair done, right? And oh, she smells something that's messing with her nose, and oh, the mechanic is gonna take and rip her off because she don't know nothing about the car, and oh, the car is broken, and now she's scared. Well, what's the husband gonna think about? And now I can't get the kids at school. It's all feelings. She's sitting there crying and crying and crying, right? Car still broke. She's crying because the feelings is hurt because the doggone car broke. But the guy, he gets out, car broke, all right? Boom, boom, boom. Oh, it's a flat tire. Boom, fixed it, gone. He could care less what the car feels like. He fixes the situation, and that's that, right? My girlfriend used to, I don't know why she did this, but I used to go over her house. I didn't want her to come to my house because I live like a hoarder. Look at how messed up my house is. So I didn't want her coming over to my house. I go over to her house. So I'm sitting there and I'm watching TV. Everything's just so quiet and peaceful. It's just quiet. I'm watching the TV. I'm watching my favorite show. She's over there, right? And then I hear her getting out the chair, right? And she walks over to me and she goes, "What? What?" And I'm going, "What? What?" I didn't say anything. She says, "What? What are you thinking about? Why? Why are you doing that?" And all I was doing was sitting there watching the doggone TV set. And all of a sudden, she's screaming and hollering and crying and running up the stairs and getting her gun and telling me, "Get the hell out of my house. Don't you ever come back here again. I don't love you no more." Now, wait a minute. I was just sitting there, just watching the TV set, minding my own business. So, men, okay? If your woman comes up and asks you anything, okay, don't answer it. Okay? Don't answer it. Or if you answer it back with the question. Okay? Or say something real nice. She comes, "Honey, what's 2 plus 2?" And then you reply, "Honey, you're so beautiful. You're the love of my life. I'm so glad. But I want to know what 2 plus 2 is. Honey, I don't care what it is. You are the love of my life, and I really love you. You really look nice today." You see that? Don't answer the question because you go, "Honey, what? What's 2 plus 2? It's 4. What do you mean it's 4? What are you talking about 4? You had 4 women? There was 4. You had 2 over here and you had 2 over there. And now you got 4 women? I want a divorce. I want a divorce. I'm going to take half of your stuff. And you go, wait, what happened here? So you answer the question. Don't do it. You hear what I'm saying? Don't do it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have gone through 20 points of Kevin Sam. Oh, hold on just a minute. I got to take an end this show by hitting my can of Red Bull here. Yeah. Remember, Red Bull gives you wings. Okay, I hope you enjoyed the show. And as I told you before, I'm going to try to carry on Kevin's legacy, right? And keep doing this. Eventually, I'm going to figure out how to get telephone callers on the show and put up a chat room. But right now, I'm just learning how to do Zoom. This is my second day doing Zoom. Now, I've only been on the YouTube for 7 days, and I'm up to 12,000 subscribers. So I want to thank all the people that have subscribed to my station. Thank you so very much. I really feel honored having 12,000 subscribers in just 7 days. Thank you so very much. I'm honored and I'm humble, but I'm gonna make a lot of mistakes. So I'm gonna be talking to other people that have YouTube channels so I can figure out how to put the chat on and figure out to put the callers on and all that. I found some Kevin Samuels, what do you call it? The sound effects, but I'd like to find some more. I want to find that one that goes that one there. All right. So thank you once again, and I hope you enjoyed the show, and we'll see you on another edition of What's Up.